Well, hi everybody. Today, this is Mark Oman with MD Web Pro, and today we're going to continue our conversation about content marketing and how content marketing is really changing the landscape of marketing on the web. And what I'm going to do is show you an example everyone's probably seen before, but they've never really known what goes into it or thought about why they're seeing what they see. What we've drawn up here is an example of a Google search page, which I'm sure everybody is familiar with. If you go to Google right now in your location and you search for plastic surgery, you're going to see results. You might see, today I saw surgery.org as the top site, and then directly below that we see places nearby for plastic surgery. Google thinks that someone searching for plastic surgery is looking to get a procedure fulfilled nearby to them. So they're changing the search results page and they're showing these results. You'll see the little red thumbtacks, place markers that Google uses for Google Places. So what these are called are local results. This is a big change that Google put out last year. This changed a lot of things that happen in search engine optimization. What we're going to talk about with content marketing is some opportunities that still exist in search, which aren't Google Places based. There's still a lot of power with other search phrases, such as if you go to Google right now and you search for, is plastic surgery worth it? Or is plastic surgery safe? Or is plastic surgery tax deductible? Common questions people have when they're probably looking for a plastic surgery procedure. They're curious, they want to know, they want to have all the answers before they make a decision so they can make an educated and informed decision. So what we see in search is the trend is much longer searches, much longer phrases, and Google even tells us that 16% of these searches performed on Google every single day have never been searched for before. So how do we rank for these phrases? Well, it comes back directly to the content on your site. We want to publish content that is targeted towards the common questions. Now this serves two purposes. This is going to bring your site up in the results for these phrases when people search, but it's also going to provide informative information to the visitors to your site. What we do is we look at the search trends in Google to see what people are searching for, what phrases they're searching, and we can link that back when it's relevant to the content on your site for new article ideas. When someone searches for, is plastic surgery worth it? They're looking for an opinion article on, is plastic surgery worth it? Now, if you do this search, you'll see that today I saw two YouTube videos with the title of, is plastic surgery worth it? Very targeted content relating directly to the exact search. How did these videos get up in the search results? They produced content that was related exactly to a search. And that is the whole idea in content marketing. We need to produce content that is relevant to all the different searches taking place on the internet. So you see here on your site, we create an article called, is plastic surgery worth it? With an opinion, maybe some testimonials, some case studies from patients who share their thoughts. That would be valuable information for anybody searching for, is plastic surgery worth it? Can I get a couple of different opinions in one place? That's a great content idea for your site. This is the hub of content marketing. Another article might be, is plastic surgery safe? Again, an opinion piece. What are the different things that go into deciding, is plastic surgery safe? What are some concerns people might have? How do we satisfy those concerns? Another great article idea. Having this content targeted directly to a search phrase is the only way to come up in these search results anymore. What you'll see is this search for, is plastic surgery worth it, has completely different search results than the search for plastic surgery, which you would expect because the user is probably looking for two different things. Here they're being very specific. Here Google has determined, they're looking for a product or service. We're going to show them a different result. But so the old days of targeting just the head phrases in a search and ranking very well for a lot of the longer phrases are gone. If you don't have targeted content being published on your site for these phrases, you won't rank, and you're going to miss out on very targeted traffic. What we also see is that the traffic from these phrases tend to convert much higher than traffic from these phrases. Nobody really knows what the person searching for plastic surgery is looking for. They may be searching for a procedure you don't offer. So now how valuable was it that you ranked here when they weren't even searching for your procedure? Over here, again, it's a general phrase of, is plastic surgery worth it? But we know a little bit more about who this user is, what stage in the buying process they're in. You know, they're collecting information. This person over here could have been doing a report for school on plastic surgery. So we see different results because of different content and definitely different search intent by the user. So once we get these articles out on the site, how do we promote them? You know, Google tells us there's 250 million websites. I think we've gone down from 100 million to 250 million sites in the last 4 years. So how do we make your site stand out? How can it be any different than the other 250 million websites out there, or the other 50,000 that are about your topic? Well, what you'll see is that most people are not publishing this content yet. You really have right now an opportunity to get on the forefront of this trend. And when you do a lot of these searches, you won't see exact content targeting many of these searches. For one reason, because there's so many of them. There's so many searches. The pie grows bigger and bigger every day as more people turn to the web to get their information. So we find the phrases, we publish the targeted content, but then we need to create buzz about that content. What we're going to do is we're going to build links coming back to that content from relevant sources out on the web. Those links prove to be votes cast in your favor for the content on your site. And we want to find links from authoritative sites with similar content so that Google, when they see that, they think, oh, this site has some validity. So the only way to find these links, these opportunities out there, is to be active in the space and monitoring the other sites that are talking about your topics so that we know where we can get links coming back to your site. And that's going to raise your site authority, and that's going to bring you up in these search results. So first we need the targeted content, but then we need to also increase what the perception of your site is out on the internet. And it doesn't stop simply with links from other sites. Today we need to have links from Twitter, from social media. We need to be active in conversations amidst your network to create similar links that people are sharing, because again, those count as votes in your favor. So what was a couple of years ago the standard for simply only getting links out from other sites, today we're seeing searches change almost instantaneously when they're shared on Twitter in volume. So if you post this article, you share it with your network out on Twitter, who you are influencing because you've been active in the space, or you have someone on your staff who's active in the space, they share the link. We see immediate results in the search results based on the sharing done on Twitter. So sometimes it takes a lot of volume to move things, but it definitely has an influence in these rankings. So how do you get links out on Twitter? Well, as I alluded to, we need to monitor the space. We need to be active in the space. We need to have resources allocated to building our influence in each social media network. It doesn't stop with Twitter. We go to Google+, we go to LinkedIn, we go to Facebook. And we need to put together a concise plan for how are we promoting in each of those areas to build our influence, so that when we do share content, we're not simply creating it in a hole and nobody knows about it, but we're creating it and we have a lot of followers, a lot of people who are interested in our content and willing to share it because we've been active in the conversation. Same thing goes for YouTube. We post videos, as you saw here. The results were videos on YouTube for this content. These could be videos published by your clinic, which then show up in the results. Someone clicked, people love video content. Cisco predicts that in 2012, half of internet traffic will be video content. 1/2 of the bytes and bits sent over the internet will be video content. People love this. I can't remember all the stats, but YouTube, I think they have 500 million page views per minute, or it's crazy. People love video content. So another way to get up in these results is we create videos on YouTube, we post them to your blog, you come up in the search results. But we also want to create those same links from all the other sources to create buzz, create authority, to create the conversation around your content. And if you do that, you're going to see your site climb in these results. And by monitoring the analytics on your site, you're going to see which phrases are driving traffic. And through any number of tools, you can find out how you rank for any of those phrases to find out if there's small tweaks that should be made in your content or new article ideas on what you should post to capture new opportunities. Now, this doesn't all happen at one time. This isn't a one-time endeavor. Yeah, we did content marketing last fall. This needs to become a part of the business. There has to be resources allocated to doing this, to monitoring all these spaces, to determining what content is relevant, what the content needs to be so it's shareable, and getting the content out on the site. And this has to happen regularly. Now, what is regularly? It doesn't matter if you decide you're going to publish once a month, once a day, 10 times a day. You need to be regular. You need to be consistent. Your network, your community on Twitter is going to appreciate it. They're going to get to know. They publish a new post every week. They have something informative to say on a regular basis, and they're consistent. They don't blast out 10 in one day and then they disappear for 6 months. We need to establish consistency, and from practice to practice that varies on what is possible. Some clinics don't have the resources to publish more than once a month, and some do. So it varies. The thing is, we need to create a plan to establish immediately and then grow it over time, because as you grow it, you're going to see your results grow as well. What this all ends up being is, and this is the heart of content marketing. This is the mantra. We educate patients. We educate prospective patients. Our goal is to educate. This is education. Is plastic surgery worth it? You're educating this searcher who comes through to your content. What that does is it builds trust. Building trust is building a brand. Those patients, those prospects are going to get to know you. They're going to trust you. Before someone's going to perform surgery on anyone, there's going to need to be a level of trust. Educating builds trust, and it also builds authority. You become a thought leader in your industry. People look to you for information, and Google will start to recognize that. I hope this has been informative. We'll see you next week for another Whiteboard Wednesday. Take care.